Okay, so this is an interactive learning course that was fully generated by AI via ChatGPT. So essentially, this course talks about some advanced techniques if you want to fly a drone and getting some really good and high quality cinematic footage. And this course was based on this real course that is available on the internet. So this is a real course about advanced drone videography, and essentially you can fed the information of the landing page of the real course and then fed that to AI like ChatGPT, Claude, or Gemini, and then based on the information that is available on the landing page, which usually contains the information like reviews, testimonials, and also some modules, you can expect AI to reproduce some of the knowledge, some of the information that is being promised in the landing page of the course. And in many ways, it's actually going to be a great option if you're not willing to pay for a premium, because there are many subjects that are basically available on the internet, and therefore it is likely that AI has access to it, and it might be already in the AI's training data, and therefore you can use AI to get that knowledge back, and you can do it without actually purchasing the course. So that is basically the idea of this video. Now, just to be clear, this is not the perfect substitute of actually purchasing the product or the online course, because in many cases, the author of the courses are expert, they do have experience, and they can share some details or knowledge that might not be available anywhere else, not on your typical blog posts or YouTube videos. And sometimes there are actually good values of purchasing the items. So I think this is more like getting some general knowledge from the things that are being presented on the landing page of the course, but it is not a full replacement of the course itself. And of course, there is also things like bonuses. So sometimes they will share you some bonuses, documents, or some community access, and that is not something that you can get using AI. But still, if you think that the course is just too expensive, or maybe you don't have the budget to actually purchase the product, then you can try to imitate that using AI. And absolutely, we can add more features to it. We can make it more interesting, more interactive, and we can also make it more personalized, and that is not something that you can do with generic online courses. So if you want to essentially get online paid courses but for free, then you can use ChatGPT, Claude, or Gemini. So if you want to use Gemini, you can navigate to gemini.google.com, and the feature that you want to use is Gemini Spark. And at the moment, I actually have tried using this technique to recreate a course, but Gemini Spark is not very consistent, and it struggles to create a dedicated HTML page, and that is the output that we don't want to have. We want a perfect, a normal HTML page, but Gemini Spark seems to be struggling with that. So at the moment, I really don't recommend that, but perhaps in the future, when it is no longer in beta, you can use Gemini Spark consistently. Now, the second option is using Claude Cowork. Just navigate to claude.ai and then select the cowork mode, and then I'll show the prompt later. But for this video, I'm going to be using ChatGPT Work. So chatgpt.com, and then click the work mode. And this is the prompt that I used to actually create that one example. So this whole thing was created with just one prompt. So that's really amazing. Now, let me just copy the prompt. Don't worry, I'm going to put this full prompt in the description down below. Just copy it. And right here near the top, you'll see that there is a section where you can insert the URL. So let me just delete that, and I'm going to insert this URL, this page. So this is a landing page for an online course about 3JS. And it is actually quite advanced. There are many modules, many learning topics. So I'm not really sure if AI can emulate all of them, but at least we can try to understand or get the knowledge, the general knowledge from this course. So let me just copy the URL, and you can paste that to that section within the square bracket. You can use the best model that is available when you're watching this video and send a message and just wait. So right now, in the case of ChatGPT, it's going to spawn multiple AI agents. There could be an AI agent for research, AI agent for creating illustration, AI agent for writing, AI agent for checking errors, stuff like that. So basically, that's the reason why I do recommend to go with ChatGPT Work or Claude Work or Gemini Spark, because these tools, they do able to summon multiple agents, and that will make the work to be more accurate, and in many ways it can be faster than just using one agent. But it is still going to take quite some time. I think you can expect AI to take about 20 to 30 minutes to actually finish one course like this. So you can just actually leave it, and then you can continue your own work, and then you can come back again and you'll see the result that has been generated by AI. So this might take quite a while, so I'll just skip a while and I'll show you the result. Okay, so as you can see, it is no longer the day, it is now evening, because it took quite a while to finish. Now ChatGPT, in this case, it only took about 30-40 minutes to finish, but I actually sent the same prompt to Claude and also Gemini, and I'll show you the result later. Claude took a bit longer, actually a lot longer. It was 3 hours, but at least it is done. Anyway, let me just show you the result that was created by ChatGPT. So this is the website, and as you can see, it has several different elements. On the left, you can see that there are different modules that you can jump between, and then there's also the title, the outcome, and the course is designed to be more digestible. So it is not just a long wall or paragraph. This is just going to be a tiny bit information that you can consume rather easily, and it has plenty of visuals, and of course at the end you can see that there are some interactive elements that you can play around. So this is actually a great way to learn the concept. And there is also this sort of accordion menu, and you can see that we got a sort of quiz that we can interact with, and you can progress to the next chapter or the next module to learn the concept or to learn the course. So this is one that has been generated by ChatGPT, and I do recommend to go with ChatGPT because right now it comes with a feature called ChatGPT Sites, and that's why the website looks very pretty, and basically it has been deployed into the internet, so you can actually share that to the public and anyone can access the content basically for free. So that was the one that has been created by ChatGPT, and this is the version that has been generated by Claude with the Opus model, and it looks okay. I actually downloaded the HTML version of it, so this is what Anthropic come up with. Okay, it is in general, it is quite similar to the one that has been created by ChatGPT, although when it comes to visuals, I think I prefer the look of the website from ChatGPT, but more or less, it still delivers more or less the same looking website. You can interact with the modules, you can jump from one module to another, you can play around with some simulation. And yeah, I mean, it is quite similar, although I would say it has more text than ChatGPT, but that is not exactly a problem. I think it is actually quite a useful quality from Claude. Okay, so this is from Claude, but how about Gemini? So I sent the exact same prompt to Gemini, and well, again, it delivered a file in the Google Docs format, and not HTML, and not a zip file. No, it is actually a simple Google Docs document, and as you can see, it is basically broken. It is not something that I would recommend at the moment, and that's why earlier I said that you might want to go with Claude or ChatGPT if you really want to get something meaningful from AI. But anyway, that's basically it, and you can always iterate. You can tell AI about the things that you want to improve, add, or remove from the website that has been generated. And in the case of ChatGPT, it will be saved and deployed automatically into the site. So that's why I highly recommend to go with ChatGPT, at least at the moment, and the prompt will be available in the description down below. So I hope you learned something from this video, and if there is anything that you want to know, you can ask any question in the comment down below. And if you want to see some really cool things that you can do with various AI tools, then you can subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you on my next video. Have a great day.